All right, today we're going to be talking about stupid mistakes. A lot of these mistakes are ones that beginners make, but intermediates and even some advanced lifters make the same mistakes. All right, the first stupid training mistake people make is not following a training program. I can't tell you how many people I see walk into the gym without any type of template or any type of book laid out or anything. They just come in and kind of wing it and do whatever they feel like that day. And while there is some degree of variability within any typical training program, there is a reason there are doctorates in exercise science. There is a reason there are mastermind programmers who have been able to create top-level athletes year after year after year in multiple sports. And it's not because they let their athletes just come in and do whatever they feel like that day. While you can just kind of come in and train hard and you'll get results doing that, you're not going to be able to wing it to the same degree of effectiveness that a quality training program is going to be able to provide for you. So don't be a knucklehead who just comes to the gym and does whatever they feel like that day. Get a program, hire a coach, write your own, whatever it is. Have some type of roadmap that's going to show you how to get from A to B. Along with the first point, the second stupid mistake people make is having training ADD. They can't focus on one goal for any extended amount of time. They tend to jump from one training program to the next training program, one training goal to the next training goal, one competition to the next competition, without ever laying out, a continuous timeline of training for one particular goal. And what ends up happening is they never really make great progress. A year later, they really haven't lost that much weight. They're still not that muscular. They're still not very strong. They're still not that good at running. They're still not that fast. They're still not that explosive. They still don't have the best technique because they've been this kid who walked into a candy store and couldn't commit to any one type of candy. They're just trying to try out as much as they can. And while I do think that as beginners, everyone should have a good variety in their training and allow themselves to kind of explore a lot of different avenues of fitness, I think the best way to really learn and grow within those different levels of fitness is to commit to them for a certain period of time. It doesn't have to be 5 years, but committing to kind of one training goal for 6 months is going to allow you to really develop, learn over that period of time and come out with something on the other side instead of just going from one thing to the next month, the next month, the next month. Or the other thing being that you're trying to get better at everything all at once, instead of picking one or two training goals to really focus on at one particular period of time. So the second stupid mistake is having training ADD. Don't have training ADD. Pick something and stick to it. The third stupid mistake people make is spending too much time on the internet. There's a couple capacities at which people do this. The first being they spend too much time trying to learn stuff on the internet. Well, guess what? The internet's full of good information, but it's also full of bad information. Most people don't have the foundational knowledge to be able to filter out which of that is good information and which of that is bad information. So they tend to get too much information and they get this kind of training block where they don't know what's right or what's wrong, or they tend to focus in on one area of information or one specific way of thinking and think that everything else is just complete hogwash. The reality is there's a lot of different ways of doing this, and you can take something away from each one of those different ways, whether it be for training, nutrition, or whatever. The thing is as a beginner, you probably don't have the foundational knowledge to filter out which of that is good information and which of that is bad information. And the reality is the best thing you could do as a beginner is hire a coach to coach you through and build you up and spend your time in the gym and not on the internet. Another way that people spend too much time on the internet is beginners as well, also intermediates and advanced lifters, spend too much time giving a crap what people on the internet think. Instead of focusing on their training or focusing on their nutrition or putting their mind and their efforts towards that, they start worrying about filming all their lifts and how many likes am I going to get, or what kind of comments am I going to get, or how many followers am I have. Look, training is a personal goal, a personal development, a personal journey, and while it is fun to share with other people, if your focus in your training is sharing it with the entire world, you're focusing on the wrong things. You need to be spending your time in the gym, putting your focus there, and not spending half your day on the freaking internet. So, third mistake, stay off the freaking internet. All right, the fourth mistake people make is setting unrealistic goals. The way a lot of people view their goals, they say, here's where I am, here's where I want to be, and I think it's going to be this straight line escalator that's just going to kind of carry me there. Where in the reality is there's a bunch of smaller steps at different difficulty levels that's going to set you up to be able to have success and eventually meet that goal. An example be, let's say someone weighs 300 pounds, they want to lose 100 pounds. Well, currently they don't work out, they don't eat right, they don't have any friends who are fit. And so in order to set themselves up for eventual success, the steps would be, hey, I need to get into the gym. Well, maybe I set a goal, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 days a week. I need to eat a little bit better. I need to kind of inject myself into a crowd of people who are gonna help me with my fitness goals. Well, just stepping on the escalator isn't going to get them to that 100-pound goal. That's just taking one step up. And then they're gonna have to take another step, and eventually they're gonna have to take another step. Maybe they go from working out 3 days a week to 5 days. Maybe they go from just eating better to eating a little bit more precisely. So, you know, the idea of setting goals has to be this realistic kind of time frame where people can see and understand, hey, this is how long it's going to take me. Here are the steps it's going to take me to actually reach those goals. Instead of just showing up to the gym, having trained for less than a year, and then all of a sudden being like, yeah, I'm going to win the Mr. Olympia, or yeah, I'm going to squat 1,000 pounds. And we'll kind of talk about why some people make those goals here in the next segment. But the fourth stupid mistake people make is setting unrealistic goals. All right, the fifth stupid mistake people make is hanging with the wrong crowd. We've all heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and whether that's 100% true or not, I don't know, but it is absolutely partly true when it comes to fitness. Excuse my political incorrectness, but if all your friends are fat, it's going to be very difficult for you to not be fat, mainly because they are going to influence you in a way away from becoming less fat. And kind of what I was talking about was setting unrealistic goals. I see this all the time of one lady or one man out of a group of people who are all overweight, who none of them work out, none of them eat right, decides, hey, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna eat right, da 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 da. And then they're influenced by all their friends who have never seen success in determining how they're gonna set up their goals. So their friends are saying, oh yeah, you should try this, oh yeah, you should try this. Well, their friends aren't in shape. Their friends don't have 5 years, 10 years, or whatever experience, and so they come up with this kind of crazy idea of what it's gonna take to reach their goal because they're with the wrong crowd. If you wanna find success in training and health and fitness, you need to be around people who have had success in training and fitness and nutrition or whatever it may be. You need to interject yourself into the correct crowd so that not only you set realistic goals, but you also have more positive reinforcement. You kind of have better peers to kind of look to and say, that's the way it should be done. So, fifth stupid mistake is hanging with the wrong crowd. All right, so there you go. 5 stupid mistakes. Don't make them. Follow a program. Don't have training ADD. Don't spend too much time on the internet. Set realistic goals and hang with the correct crowd. Stay tuned for more MBS Whiteboard Talks.